Kill.
49. 49's the mic. He runs. Switch.
We're going to 53. Hey, kill. Delta. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. On the carry, it's Cannon. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Trenton Cannon, 98 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
In your face.
Then we're going to 53.
49 the mic. Watch off. Squeeze, double. 49, guys. Mike.
Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A first down carry by Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Hey, check 24.
Switch. Hey. Switch.
SOS.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Kill. 47.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
Watch the safety creep. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. Check, crunch.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
On the step.
Check, watch 54.
Chopper.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Quick dash.
We're going to 54. 1
Check 43. Deuce.
Go. Get out there. 26.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
41's the mic. Check 41. You better be good. You better be afraid of me.
There you go. Wide in.
Ready? Tight end right. Out. 3 down. Out.
Hey, 47.
41. You got to wedge that, huh? Hey.
Short.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
126.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their effort.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler, Byron Jones. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. 58, boy. 50. Go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
58. Mike, 58, right there. Yo.
Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
First down, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. 1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On the ball.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready? 10 logo. Recon, 152 fighter.
You go tight. You got tight.
Looking to throw on second down. Minshew. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Michael Gallup with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Elliott. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half, relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the Alvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And this is caught at the 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do? Put a man on him. The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing. Change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Minshew. This is caught. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Let's go. Shoot.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point by Moore. Up and good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendency.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. 58 Mike.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go. 46. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year. Franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Motion. Hey, look for
They'll run it right side with Cannon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
70, Indy. Hey!
First down, Buffalo.
Get it ready.
Back to Cannon again on first down. And an alley to run. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Trenton Cannon with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
Check 50, check 50. Check 9, check 9.
Go, get out there, get out there.
Come to me,
26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Now Minshew. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's first and 10. Minshew sets to throw. He's got Smith here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Lee Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Elliott. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by good...
Bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Trenton Cannon, 53 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Gun. Move. 50. We're going to 53.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Calais Campbell. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
60-or. Check.
On 1st down, it's Cannon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 14 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Kill.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Again, it's Elliott. And now look at him go. The 40, 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 98 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about, and it's a fumble. Space to maneuver at the 40.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On second down, this is Cannon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Trenton Cannon, 45 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he's gone 2-2 on us now at 2 receiving touchdowns, now his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one or the other. The best ones, able to run it, catch it, and produce big-time points put on the board by him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Prescott looks to throw on first. Caught by Cobb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And some space here. Past the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Prescott. Completes it to Austin. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down, 3 down. Check. 3 down.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
We go. 10 Lobo.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Get it.
On first down, Singletary. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Buffalo, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.